been to Paris or Italy and seen the beautiful, majestic, wonderful, 1,000-year-old fountains that they have there will appreciate the amount of detail that goes into this. This is sculpted out of completely weather-resistant, weatherproof resin. So it doesn't weigh 300 pounds, which would make it very difficult to get around, but it still has that look of something that is very old and something that has been around for a while. This is called the Garden Juliette. Now you have this beautiful sculpture, and by the way, Carrie will expand on this, an artist created this.
Correct.
The original for this.
Right, they basically start with a sketch. His name is Richard Henderson. He's an artist out of California.
Beautiful.
So it starts out simply as a sketch, and this is our maiden. She looks like a Greek goddess. She loves flowers. You can see that sketch that has been turned into this beautiful fountain.
Look at the trickling water.
I mean, the detail, the beading on her dress, the flowers in her hair, the way that it's spilling out and down into the 3 flowers, and she herself is in a bed of flowers. Even the back of her, by the way, this is 360 degrees of beauty. The back of her hair, you can see the details in her hair. I mean, look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous. Now, I will tell you that this is both battery powered, but it also has a solar panel, which will allow you to have 6 months between charges, because you will get that solar power that's trickling into the battery. So it'll come with a stake, of course. Everything will be together, and you just take the stake and you'll pop it into the ground. It doesn't have to be seen as long as it's getting some sunlight.
That's all you need. You put it in a different location, and you'll see the size of the solar panel. It's extra large because this is obviously a lot going on here. You want to make sure, and you said up to 6 months of never having to recharge it. And talk to me about the timer too, because it has a timer, right?
Right, so there are several buttons on the back of this, and the first one, A, if you press, it will turn it on for a 1 to 4 hour timer, and then it'll shut itself off. If you hit B, B will have it be 1 to 4 hours, but it will repeat every 24 hours. So if you want it to come on, let's say every morning when you wake up and have some coffee.
Look at how pretty that is. Look at that.
Gorgeous?
Yes.
That, just like you said, it feels so European. It feels like Greece, and it's gorgeous. Now, there is a on and an off, and that would be the button C, and so when you press that, of
here
course.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so this is showing you how it will trickle feed that battery, so you don't have to worry about how often do I have to charge this. Up to 6 months on that timer for 1 to 4 hours every day. Now, it isn't light, right? So it's going to be substantial, but it's not so heavy that you can't move it around.
It's not going to tip over. It's not going to blow over. It is resin, and as you know, resin is very dense. It just does not have the weight of marble or any of the other man-made products out there, so it still has that great look. Plus, resin has the ability to be carved like clay, which is what makes this so wonderful, is that it has that hand-carved look to it. At the bottom of it, many of the sculptures, especially the Greek sculptures and things, are made out of stone from the sea. You will see that it has that look of coral on the bottom, right? So, and then all of that chiseled away. There it is right there. Thanks, you guys. And all you need to do is just add water. The fountain, everything else, the timer, it all works on that solar charged battery. So you can put this anywhere. It doesn't have to be tethered to a power source. Correct.
Right? And if you want, you can add some sand into the base of it to give it some extra stability. But to your point, I mean, this resin design, the fact that it almost is more beautiful here than even in the drawing. So they were able, because of that resin, to give it even more of that 3D detail on this. And you know, I actually own this, and there is nothing like the sound of trickling water.
It's beautiful.
I can't tell you, I love it.
It's not like, if you listen, it's just how you would want it. It's that perfect, subtle little sound of trickling water. You could add stones or whatever you want if you want to add more to it, but it's a great bird bath, obviously, for your bird friends out there.
Very easy to clean.
No maintenance whatsoever, right? You could probably wash it off with the hose if you needed to.
That's exactly what I do. You know, because I've had mine for quite some time, and so we had fall. So leaves, you know, happen to go in there, which, by the way, I think is really pretty. But then I just pull them right out of there. And one of the other things that's great is that I didn't need to have a plumber come out, right? I didn't need to deal with having having, you know, any electrical, dealing with water. This is all self-contained, and it just has this air of elegance and European beauty, and I can't tell you how proud I am to own it, and if you've picked this up today, you will love it.
There it is,
well.
actually outside, and we obviously I wouldn't just put it on a deck like that. I would probably put it in the with some green around it and stuff. But I wanted you to get an idea of the size of it. My producer Pat just told me I got a couple hundred of these, okay, and they are going quickly, really quickly, because I know we're moving on. But I wanted to mention it's only $39.99 to get it delivered to your house, and then you have 4 more payments to pay it off. So get it home, enjoy it. I have 2 choices: this, or I also have the Margot, which is the more traditional trickling water fountain. Both are available on FlexPay. Both qualify for an HSN credit card payment plan where you can get $20 off if you get a new card. Ooh, look how pretty they are at night. You see how beautiful that was?
Absolutely, yeah. And you know what? We have a lot of solar lights available.
That was beautiful.
How gorgeous would this be to uplight it and just to see this trickling? You know, we're going to want to be spending so much more time outside right now.
You know what I would get? I would buy one of, you know, the waterproof lights? We have the waterproof string lights.
Yes.
You could put those in the water. So, and at night they would glow.
Stop it.
Oh, man, I'm doing that.
You are, I know.
You know I'll do it, I will.
You know what? Your outdoor space would be perfect for this.
All right, beautiful. $199.95, $39.99 on FlexPay. Thank you so much, Carrie Mobley.
My pleasure.
What a great way to start the show. Hopefully you'll be here for tomorrow. You're here tomorrow?
You know I am, yes.
She's going to be in our garden show tomorrow at 8. Okay. Hey, want to remind you, coming up later,